good morning and welcome to 5-Minute Friday. And you know what? How am I going to honor my mother in just 5 minutes? I don't know. But I'm going to try. Today is going to be Treasures Day. There's really good reasons why celebrating moms has kind of come to a little staleness. But I'm going to tell you how I was raised and why celebrating my mother and my grandmother when I did seems so important to me now because, well, you'll see. A blank canvas? No. It's a beautiful linen made by my wonderful grandmother. This is linen. So you know how we always call it the linen closet, right? Why do you think? Because in the Depression and the lean years, linen was what we used on our beds and to put on our coffee tables or library tables. I pressed this up just a little bit, but you know, these were appreciated so much that when somebody used to iron these, they would starch the wrinkles out of them. They would starch the wrinkles out of them and soak them in starch water and iron them when they're wet till they would be almost crispy. I know for a fact during the Depression and the war, women would sit and crochet or knit or sew, make clothes, and every time they sat there, they might have been listening to the news on the radio if they had a radio. But most likely, if they were making something for someone, they were thinking about the person they were making it for. This beautiful cloth has so many memories and so many lessons in it. Today, I'm going to show you some treasures from my mom. Why do we celebrate our moms? First of all, let's remember something. They were once a baby just like us, held by their mothers and loved by their mothers and nurtured and clothes made for them in little booties and little shoes. And look at that beautiful little face. I see my grandchildren in that face. And my mother's little shoes. My mother's little shoes. She learned to walk in these shoes. She learned a lot during the years. She was born in 1924, and think of what happened in her formative years. I have more stories about that. And look, this evidence of her childhood. Wash tubs. The big little book given to her, Norma Lou Chevron from Mother and Daddy. It was copyrighted in 1922. My mother was a child. Here's wonderful evidence of her being a mom. This is ZBT baby powder with olive oil. Moisture-proofs baby against diaper irritation. Well, most likely this was, the bargain brand, I think. 39 cents. One other thing that made her a most brilliant mother was diligently filling out our baby books. Oh, look at that. She even put something in when I was already out of the house, when I sang with the Letterman in Portland Civic Auditorium in 1976. Oh, and wedding anniversaries, places I've lived, the high schools I went to, my religious things, but the most important thing was she kept my medical records in here, and they've helped discover what's wrong with me as an adult, just because she was so good. Just a little reminder. You, beloved friend, are here because you had a mom. And wherever you are, the experiences you've had, you take with you. And when you have children, you hope that you only take the best with you. My mother was a beautiful young woman. In this picture, she's a fiancé. In this picture, she's also a widow of 1 year. She's also a mom who also lost her baby at the age of 21. She's also a woman who lost her husband and her child within 10 days at the age of 21. That's a picture of a hero, a woman of strength, a woman who was valiantly submissive to her role as a mom, a loving wife, and one who knew she had to do her best to give her best to the children she ended up being blessed with after all that could have destroyed her. Did my mom have faults? Don't we all? But I don't remember those as much as I remember that she chose to love another man who loved her with all his heart and chose, over the pain of losing a child, to again be happy, to love her children with all of her gifts and her talents and all that went before her, all the things she was taught during the Depression, during the war. And it goes on because she brought with her everything that her mother and father had learned from their parents. My hero, my mom. I treasure my mama. I treasure the part of her I take forward. I treasure my grandparents and my great-grandparents because they're all a part of who my mom was. And now they're all a part of who I am. Oh. I don't remember any of them being a little weird, though. Oh, well. Somebody had to do it, and guess what my kids got? Oh, whatever. Don't be crappy, be happy. Celebrate your mom. Celebrate the moms of the world. Be the light. Be a first responder in love. When you see a mom this weekend, when you see a woman this weekend, give them a little loving. They all deserve it. Bye-bye. Oh, you know the ticket. Remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up.